What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, another vlog. It's your boy Garix Dover. I'm here. Today's video is going to be all about boxing and how much I've fallen in love with the sport, why I love it, and just everything in between. So we're going to go over a couple things, me training some boxing here at the gym, just going over a couple of things that I feel I could use some work on. Working on my footwork, my combos, the speed bag, things like that. Double end bag, we'll be getting into a lot of that, as well as we'll be talking about everything that I love about boxing, what I don't love, what I got coming up, and everything in between, because boxing has, for lack of a better term, completely taken over my life in the best way possible. I've always been addicted to sports. I've always loved playing sports, always loved the whole thing of it, the competition, but as you get older, you can't really just join a team and start playing football like I love football. You have to know plays, you have to know routes and all that kind of stuff, so it's very hard to just pick up and play. You can go play catch, but to actually be competitive and actually, do something with it, you have to have a bunch of people. And if all those people aren't on the same page as you, if all those people aren't as committed as you, it's very hard to keep it going. Whereas boxing or combat sports, it's very much yourself, it's very much individual, it's very much where you are the one putting in the work, you're the one putting in the reps, and if you don't, it's going to show up, and if you do, it's going to show up as well. Whereas team sports, I love them, but you're only as strong as your weakest link, so if you're putting in 150%, but buddy's only doing 2%, you're going to look like a 2% team. Whereas in boxing, if I have 100% work ethic, 100% grind, and I'm in it and I'm committed 110%, it doesn't matter who's in my way, I'm gonna show up and have a team or a squad or myself at 100%. So it's one of the things I do love is the fact that I don't gotta rely on anybody. The older I get and the more I kind of take this route, I realize that not everyone has the same vision as I do, not everyone has the same work ethic as I do, not everyone has the same tenacity and grit that I do. So when it comes to sports like this, I've brought people to train boxing with me. I've brought 3 people. All 3 of them, first person made one practice, never showed up again. Second person came to practice, had to quit halfway through. Third person came, made it about 3/4 of the way and was sitting down, never came back. I got one buddy who occasionally will come boxing with me, but it's very scarce. If you're watching this, you've probably seen him a number of times in my vlogs. His name's Kevin. He's the one I box with and spar with all the time. However, he's a great guy. I love you, Kevin. If you do watch this, don't get out of it twisted, dog. But it's just nobody. Like, he does a lot of other sports too. He plays football, he does curling, he does a whole bunch of other extracurricular things in his evenings and with his time. So it's not like he's got, it's not like he's lazy or just doesn't want to come. It's just this is my focus, and he's spread out among 5-6 other things. I'm focused on this as my sport and my hobby, right? So I do have some other things I do, like coaching. I obviously work here at 9 Round. I obviously do some construction work and stuff like that. But the thing is, when I have time to do this, no one else does. My schedule is very unique, and the things that I do and the businesses I run and the jobs I have make my schedule very unique, and it's hard to connect with people. So this is very good for me to find a way to hone in on something that I can take control of, that I can have the power over, and I can ultimately make the choice of if I train, if I don't, and all the effort I put in alone where no one's around, like no one's in the gym right now, it's just me here, just trained. And when that happens, it just makes me feel good about myself, because I'm like, I'm here putting in the work and I don't need anyone else. I just show up and do it. And that's what I love. No hate on anyone, no shade on anyone, but I got a different work ethic. I got a different grind than people. And this is ghost season. This is separation season. I'm in ghost mode, separation season, where everything I do is for me and my girlfriend and my family. I love my friends and I love my boys, but it's separation season. If I want to be the cream of the crop and, work my way to the top, the cream always settles to the top. That's where I want to be at. I want to be at the top. And if people are holding me down, if there's crabs in my bucket, I'm going to kick them off, cut the limbs, and climb to the top. That's it. There's no questioning it. There's no second guessing it. I've made up my mind, and this is what I'm going to do. So with that being said, let's continue with today's vlog. Let's go. All right, so one of the first things I do want to dive into is more or less my why when it comes to boxing. And one of the things that I love about boxing is that, because I've played team sports, I've played every sport you can possibly think of, and you're only as strong as your weakest link. And I've noticed the older I get, the more I grow, the more I evolve, I set the highest standard for myself. And when it comes to everything I do, I expect that standard, and not everyone can meet that standard, and that's okay, that's no shade to anyone else, but when I go do boxing, I know it's all on me. So I've taken 3 friends now through a boxing workout, to my boxing classes, to training sessions with my coaches, and all 3 of them have not lasted. I have a 4th one, who you see in my vlogs, Kevin. He comes here and there, but he also does other things like football, and he does curling and a whole bunch of other extracurricular activities. So To say he can't hang would be wrong because he can, but he just doesn't take it as seriously as I do. So out of everyone I've brought in, no one can hang in the ring with me as long as I'd like them to. If we spar, everyone falls short. If we do the training, everyone falls short. Like my first friend backed it about halfway through. My second friend barely finished and never came back again, does not want to go back. The third person came in and did the first part of cardio where you skip rope for about 10, 15 minutes, and then he left. So I don't have anyone who's on that level with me, and I feel this would be a way for me to work by myself towards something that I want, towards something that's my goal, and make me feel damn accomplished, because I know as long as I put everything I have into it, there's people who don't put everything they have into it, and I will be exceeding everything. I don't have to worry about the weakest link. I don't have to worry about someone else falling short. It's all on me. And that's one of the things I love, because I set the standard at the highest possible fucking level, and it's all on me to reach that. It's all on me to maintain that. And that's one of the things I love about boxing. I love team sports, but I also love the fact that this is on me. The older I get, I realize like it's about me and mine. And I got to protect that, and I got to be on it. And it just makes me feel proud when I can accomplish something that's very hard, and it's all on me. My work ethic is just different than anyone else. So I feel like this is a great sport for me. It will display that immensely. And I have a highly, highly competitive nature. So when I can achieve milestones within this sport and it's something new I can still obtain, it makes me feel fucking amazing. And the fact that it's extremely hard makes it so much better, because it makes it so much more worth it when I actually achieve something in it. Training. I do want to talk about my training right now and what I'm doing towards my training and everything in between. So you saw in this video, and you're seeing this video, some of my personal workout when it comes to my own training. So how I do it is throughout the week, I do a minimum of 2 boxing sessions every week in some way, shape, or form. And I also do 3 gym sessions, so 3 weight room sessions every single week. That's 5 training sessions. Now I might get more, and I might get a little bit less of the gym, and I might get more of boxing, but either way I'm training 5 days a week minimum, and a couple times a month one-on-one with my 2 coaches. So I have one coach who's my main coach, Bailey with Brickhouse Gym. Now I'm not officially signed up with Brickhouse Gym yet, but I've been going to train with her for months now. And when it comes to a fight, when it comes to my card, it'll be the coach that I would want to be in my corner. I also train with Vitaly. He is from Dave's gym. He's recently came from Ukraine. So super good coach. Teaches a little bit different style, so I learn a little bit differently from him, but it complements everything Bailey's taught me. So I really enjoyed that aspect, because I can go back and forth, and just the schedule timing, because my schedule is all over the place. Bailey has a schedule that's set in place, and Vitaly has a schedule that's set in place. So between the both of them, I'm guaranteed to get my training in every single month. So whether my schedule is all over the place and I can only do certain days, one of them is available for a couple days out of the month. So I feel confident in my training. I feel like I'm getting the support I need, as well as I'm learning and progressing every single month with a coach. My current goals when it comes to boxing is I'm dying to get on a fight card. I'm absolutely dying, because I firmly believe that nobody will be willing to put in the work I do. There'll be some people who come close. There'll be some other fuckers, but those are usually the ones who are way beyond my skill level. Those are the ones who've been doing it for a long time. The ones who are at my skill will not be willing to put in the work effort, will not be willing to show up like I am. I'm willing to do 2 a days. I'm willing to do 3 a days. I work at a kickboxing gym, and then I go and do boxing, and then I go to the gym for fun. Like, this is what I love to do. So when it comes to boxing, when it comes to all this kind of stuff, this is exactly where I need to be. So for my current goals, I want to be training as hard as I can, and I want to lead up to my fight. I've got a couple fight cards that I've been trying to get on. A few of them I've been instructed by my coach we're not going to do, so we're taking my name out of that contention. That was the one I had. I'm not going to mention the league, but that was one of the leagues I was trying to enter, be in there worldwide, and I was trying to get into it so I could be a part of it and take a part of their event, because they give you 8 weeks of free training, and then you jump into the ring. Now, being someone who's never gotten in the ring before, I thought it would be a great first step, but my coach instructed me that they ran very poorly. It's not something ideal if you actually want to take boxing seriously, which I do. So I want to go the more serious route, which puts me somewhere at the earliest late this year. So that's probably like 6 months away. Maybe I'd say even 5 months at the earliest would be when I could get on a card, because there's a few cards then around that time that I might be eligible for if the cards fall properly and I register and get in. But it's looking like early 2025 or like April 2025 right now, which I want sooner, but I know it's going to take a lot of work. I know I have to get some things in, but I'm not scared of putting the work. I'm not scared of putting in those hours, the 2 a days, the 3 a days, even. Like, I'm not scared of that shit. I'm not at all. The strength training, the boxing training, the endurance, the cardio, all that shit, it's fun to me, so I'm gonna love it. And the objective of trying to hit while not being hit excites the shit out of me. I used to be scared, like, oh, I'm gonna get punched, but like, after I started getting into it, I realized there's more of a sport to it. It's not just like brawling. Like, getting in a street fight does not excite me, but the technical aspect of, you know, blocking and guarding, and there's actually an offense and defense to it. It's not just like randomness, not just like a street fight where you can take the guy down and grapple, and it's more controlled and it's more intellectual, where you gotta plan out your attacks. It's like a chess game to checkers, right? Checkers, you can kind of bounce all over this, but chess, you really gotta put your thought into each move, and you gotta understand what the other person's doing and kind of counteract that. So if they're coming at you with the right, you're probably going left, you're probably dipping and going the other way, and there's a lot of momentum shifts, so it's very, very technical in that sense. So it's not just like you can jump in there and be a brawler. You have to actually have some brains behind it. So it's super cool. It takes a lot out of you physically, mentally, emotionally. It does the ringer, so I love it, and it's super, super cool feeling. Like, I get runner's high when I run. When I finish a session of boxing and you're completely drenched, you're completely gassed, you've got nothing left in the tank, your arms are jello, your legs are jello, it's just a certain type of feeling that you cannot get anywhere else. And I cannot explain it, I cannot describe it any better. It's just, if you've never done a combat sport, or sports in general, you probably won't know what I'm talking about, but if you have done sports, you'll be able to relate to this. Or if you've done combat sports, you'll be able to relate to it even more, because I've played football, I've played track, I've played basketball, I've done everything in between, and nothing is as grueling as a combat sport, because not only are you worried about hitting and, you know, being on the offense, you're also worried about defending yourself and being on the defense the entire time. There's no rest, there's no, you know, the whistle goes, you get 10 seconds to kind of shake it off. It's go all the time. You're on your toes for the entire fucking round, the entire match. It is insane. This is why I love boxing. I feel that this is what I want to do. This is something that I feel I'll be great at, and it's something that I'm super passionate about. So, with that being said, I'm getting everything I need in check. I'm getting everything I need sewed up. I'm getting everything I want in line so that I can take over the boxing scene. I will be on every fight card I possibly can be. I'll be kicking ass. I won't be taking names, so people will be taking my fucking name, because they're going to want to challenge me, because I'll be the one running shit. People can say what they want, but I see it. I have the vision in my mind. I got the goal. It's clear as diamonds. It's shining. VVS, baby. It's clear. I love you guys. I appreciate you for watching another video and tuning in to the end. If you are enjoying the boxing content, please subscribe, please like. If you are enjoying the motivational content, if you are enjoying the coaching content, or you just enjoy watching it all together, I appreciate you either which way. Much love from the bottom of my heart, guys. I'll catch y'all in the next video. If you want to tune in, I got one that you should watch in the next slide, so stay tuned for that. Much love. We'll catch you soon. Peace.